Uh, what's up, man? I don't know where we left off. What's up, Internet? My name's Kenny Glick. I've been trading for 30 years. I know more about it than you do. So, what I have learned over 30 years is buying options into earnings reports is a dumb trade. But I did it anyway on a very small scale. I bought 5 contracts, sold 3 for a profit, and then used the 2 extras as the gamble. And that's what it is, gambling. And when you saw AMD came out, right, with earnings, we're all very excited. I held the stock into the aftermarket, and I sold the stock on that first pop, which paid for the options. I never go into a report just willy-nilly buying an options hoping this works. It's always coming out of a good trade or I'm paying for them. Well, let me show you what happened. All right. So this is why I'd rather trade than own stocks. This is why buying options into earnings reports. And the only reason I did it was because after Rambus and Palantir both exploded, I was like, you know what? AMD's on a downtrend. If it turns here, we can get a massive run. Okay. So let's talk about it. Hang on a second. I just broke my screen. Hold on. And I don't have anything to show you. So wait 1 second. Let me get it back. And if you are married or have a girlfriend and you want to watch a rom-com, go with Younger. Younger. And you can call me gay later. Younger on Netflix, yeah. All right, here we go. So, window, Thinkorswim, and there's my chart. So everything's rocking. What? So, what happened? All right. My straight A student in Georgia. All right, calm down. So let me show you the anatomy of how the mind of a trader works, right? AMD coming out in earnings tonight. This is this morning. So I'm anticipating strength going into the number because we're in a bull market. Strength into the number. So I was looking to buy AMD today. And we got quick reason to buy it. Fake out, shake out, VWAP, breakout. Bought the stock. Should I sell AMD puts tomorrow morning? Yes. Now you could sell those. Were you the person asking me about selling those puts? Good thing you didn't do it, right? Right now you'd be down $1.50. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to sell like the 95s going out 3 months for like $5 or $6. We'll talk more about tomorrow. But check this out. So this morning we bought the dip, sold the rip, got paid. And then I was thinking maybe I want to buy some AMD options, right? So later that day or later that hour, after I got stopped out on this rollover and it didn't break VWAP, I got back in. And here's where I bought the $20 120s for 4. I believe they were 4. I bought 4, 405, 415, and 420 just because. Then we were up. I wound up selling a couple contracts at 450. Sorry, yeah, 450. And then I got stopped out of one at 450 on the way back down. And I was left with the 2 contracts. Then the stock faux show broed again. So we traded the stock long, got paid on the stock, held it into the close because I was very excited, right? And then we got the pop into the number, sold. That, no problem. Then, because I had the options left over, so here's the aftermarket. You got the first pop, and usually the first pop is a knee-jerk reaction to the earnings. Usually there's a counter move after due diligence and upgrades and downgrades and, buybacks, and the analysts get a chance to talk. But usually there's a pop, counter trend move. That in that counter trend move, I shorted it right there, right here. Again, I only have 2 contracts, so I shorted 400 shares. I shorted 400 shares at $19.35, and it immediately went right back down to $17.50. I wish I would have covered it all, but I started covering on this little move back up, and I wound up covering around 1810, 1820, 1825. But in that little tiny move, I paid for 1 contract. So let's fast forward. Here, I'm like, okay, the dip was bought. Oh my God, if it breaks back over. So by the time I had a chance to say the sentence, If it breaks back over 120, I'm going, oh, and I didn't do anything about it. It goes from 120 to 126. No way in hell am I thinking we're stopping on a dime right here, right? Why would you? 126.05, and the next candle high is 126. And next thing you know, normally, if this was yesterday, I would have sold my options on this turn, right? So, but I didn't get short this time, right? And I wasn't even done explaining what my plan was. So, if you're long options and the stock's rocking, you can't do anything about it. You have to short the stock to protect the gain. And the next day, you exercise the calls. So if you bought a 120 call for $4, your cost average is at 124. So at 126, you could sell 200 shares short, lock in the two contracts for 2 points, and then tomorrow you exercise the contracts and you locked in the gain. Would have been a good plan. Was a good plan. But didn't have a chance, didn't do it. And then I was like, do I want to short it here at the same price I had it before? Didn't do it. And then it goes through the 1 minute. And I was like, this is turning into a reversal. I kind of have to short it now. So finally, it breaks down under the VWAP. And then the prior day VWAP, you guys know what this is, right? That's a 1 minute multi-day VWAP earnings reversal. That's the trade that hasn't failed in over 2.5 years. I got to short it. So I wasn't even done giving you my bullish thesis, talking about calls that I held into the report, which is always a bad idea. And next thing you know, I'm short the stock. And I'm not still short now because I was hoping I could short the stock as the hedge, make the money back that I'm going to lose on the options. And then maybe if I was lucky, I covered it on this pivot right here. I was hoping it would rally. So I would have paid for the option contracts twice, and now tomorrow I'm still long. But obviously that's not working out. So I think this stock is an indictment on the entire market. If this doesn't recover tomorrow, how are we going to rally like with some gusto without the chip stocks? I don't see it. So I'm going to take a step back tomorrow. Obviously, I would love to see AMD keep going down, even though I'm in some calls for tomorrow night, because the lower it goes, the better the bounce will be. So anything under 107.50, I'm good because I'm probably going to buy the 107.50 break tomorrow. But again, this is the anatomy of why I'd rather be a trader, liquid, don't do anything else. Because here I could have made money on AMD, shorted the AMD, bought, covered some money, and I could have went short. And just being liquid and you're in control. But, here we are. NVIDIA is the most expensive stock in the human history. According to the internet, I think Palantir is the most expensive stock in history. But there was more to this I wanted to talk to you guys about. But I just want to let you know that I'm going to open up the room. We're transitioning back to my old room. It's going to be easier to hand out trials. I want to make sure everybody's, again, if you're still out there and you haven't come back and joined us, like I've been saying for the last 3 years, I never stop broadcasting. I might work with other companies, but the Hit the Bid website is always doing something. And if you've been wronged out there, my friends, come on back. Come on back. Somebody was very, angry about it, and we just spoke offline, and I told them exactly what happened in the story. I gave him an extra 9 months to make himself whole, and now we're friends. Nobody ever has to be combative with me. I'm combative with other people, but that's other people in the industry, because I look at this as a fight that we're in. And again, I have a very competitive nature when it comes to this. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie There Will Be Blood. I don't root for other people's success. I mean, some people I do, but I look at this as a fight, as a war, and I want my army to win. I don't care about anybody else's army. So the VWAPian army reigns supreme, and it is what it is. But yeah, if you guys, I'll be doing the schmooze again. I'm going to start doing it for free. We're broadcasting it on YouTube. I'm broadcasting it on a website called School with my buddy the Minotaur. We're putting it on Stock Market Media. Obviously, hit the bid, so we're throwing it out there. I want to start trying to build that up. The algo's working up. The algo's working pretty well, giving us the alerts, and everything's rocking. So, all right. But I don't know if you saw my last video, and again, I don't want to rip on Dave without him being able to defend himself. But 5 months, the guy was paper trading, and every day I reminded him, don't let it go to your head. I see you're doing well in the paper trading account. Don't let it go to your head. It's not real. So for the last 2 weeks, he's been trading. He's lost money. 5 months, I let this kid paper trade and follow my trades, and then suddenly, when he went live, oh, the executions weren't the same. Oh, you're not feeling the trade as much as you were when the paper trading account. What happened? Nothing should change. But now I'm watching him, and he's taking later entries. He's getting jiggled out. So all the stuff that he wasn't doing in the paper trading account, suddenly all the bad habits just showed up. So I'm gonna give him one more shot, but he's gonna be more like my order clerk and just manage some positions for me on those busy days. But it's funny that paper trading is the devil, man. It goes to your head. It ruins the way that it ruins the idea because it gives you this false sense of confidence. And even just as simple as you don't get the print, just like before. I was going to short AMD again. I hit the button. I didn't get it, and then it dropped 2 points. That's real. The paper trading account, you press the button, you get the print at the price you want with no slippage. So that right there, paper trading is just for basically learning software, learning the ins and outs, getting familiar with order entry. Yes, you get familiar with trading, but you can't remember. Don't look at your P&L. If you made money as a paper trader, no, you didn't. It's fake. Don't forget that. But you should never look at your P&L when you're paper trading. It's not real. You're just learning momentum. You're getting a feel for what you're doing. Nothing's real until it's real. That's why I'd rather see you trade, 10 share, 50 share lots to get your feet wet than a paper trading account. Do paper trading so you know order entry, offering out, bidding in, scaling out, setting stops and all that. But when you should go live sooner than later. So then you get a real feel of execution and that little twinge of fear. If you don't have any fear whatsoever, it's not real. There's always the element of that you're going to lose money. And as a paper trader, you don't have that. And don't be delusional. The reason I was able to paper trade back in the day was I'm an actor. I traded as if I set it in my brain that it was real. And I traded it as if it was real. And it still wasn't, again, it was more for learning the system. Anyway, yeah, a lot of good things happening. 2025 is going to be very exciting. My son's going to be back involved. My nephew back involved. The Wizards back involved. Even cousin Richie's been coming around again. Get the algo popping off, and things are all right. I just got to scrape together my life again, and it'll be all right. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Headed down to if guys want to go to Vegas end of April. Me and my friends are going down in April. See the Dead. Anybody going to be in Miami for the Josh Brown Ritholtz event? I'll be there Sunday, May 16th. I'm going down for a bachelor party. Yeah, I got a friend getting married. You believe that at 53? Don't ask. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning. Make sure you guys are on my email list. KennyGlick@AOL.com is the easiest way to get in touch with me. Everything I do is free, and then inevitably I charge you. Peace.